Hi, everybody. I have a quote that is anonymous, and it is, a murderer will kill you, a thief will steal from you, but you never know where you stand with a liar. It's kind of something to let something sink in. I am Tiffany, and I'm doing my speech this week on lying. I chose lying because with all the numbers and percentages online, all the research that I had put into this subject, I really wanted to do it because something big happened in my life this year, and I kind of wanted to dig up some things. So I wanted to find out why people lie, can you get help for lying, and kind of where people can go from that. I think when people lie, they don't really think that you can destroy relationships or hurt people. And not only are you hurting the people you're telling them to, you're hurting yourself in the long run, is what it comes down to. Every day, somebody is lying at some point throughout the day. When I went through the percentages, 60% of people lie within a 10-minute conversation every day. So within this speech, at some point, I could be lying to you. I find that crazy because how can you, I don't know, like I'm telling you exactly what I found off the internet and the research I did, but they say every 10 minutes, so that's crazy to think of. 12% of adults admit that they lie often. 80% of women admit that they lie, but they're all harmless lies. The number 6 is how many lies a man tells in one day. And 3 is the number of lies women tell. So we all know who the bad people are here. I think a lot of people, in what I've read, people start to lie because of things. They don't just lie to lie. Like when you are mad at somebody, you're like, I don't trust them, they're liars. People, it's actually kind of a disorder, and it's actually being researched. People lie because for a lot of different reasons. They don't have any attention at home. They want attention. They don't like to deal with excuses, drama. You know, they don't want any confrontation. So how are you going to get out of that lie? Or how are you going to get out of that confrontation? You're going to lie. So that's how they proceed and think that they can go on with their life. The problem is the lie starts to get too deep, and then they try to figure out how they can get out of the lie. But they're already so deep in, how do you come back from that? So there's a lot of research going on right now, and there's books out there, Why People Lie, the first edition, and it explains like each step that they take to tell a lie. And then there is a book out there, To Know Myself, and it's just this book, this self-help book that helps you learn about yourself and ways not to lie. Like if you catch yourself starting to lie, you can hurry up and bring yourself back up and be like, and then if somebody's like, were you just going to lie to me? You could be like, yeah, but that wasn't the right thing to do. You know, I thought it through. And I think that's a big thing for me because the reasons are endless on why people are lying. They just want an easy way out. They're seeking attention. Are they getting attention anywhere else? If I want to be your friend and you're not hanging out with me, but if I tell you a lie or I gossip to you about something, then we might be able to be friends. So I just won. So of course I'm going to continue to lie and keep the cycle going. And then but eventually it's all going to catch up to you. Signs of lying, make sure that they're making 100% eye contact with you. They're not fidgety. They're not like looking around. They aren't trying to change the topic. A lot of people, you'll start on the topic and then they'll want to talk about something else. That's a sure sign too. Make sure that you as a person, when you're confronting somebody, you're looking at them in the eye saying, I want to know. And if there's still not compliance to that, there's probably something going on. There's tons of research. I mean, lying is a huge thing. I don't think people really think of it. Like you may be best friends with somebody and they lied to you and you're like, well, it's okay. But really, I mean, you want to start to maybe dig a little deeper. Maybe they're lying for a reason. Maybe something's wrong at home. Maybe that's what they've done their whole life and people have tolerated it and put it up with it and they've never left their lives, you know, and then they think that it's okay to lie to other people. The numbers are in the statistics. Like you can see, it even says 60% of it, 100% of people are lying. in a 10-minute conversation. And that is huge. And the numbers keep rising all the time. So the reason I chose this speech is because something super deep happened to me this year. In July, I found out that my dad that raised me for 33 years is not my dad. My dad is actually in prison for murder. So I, this year, have went through a lot of changes with lying, and I'm still going through the cycle with my mom and the guy that raised me in order to figure out who my real dad is. And I have been to see my real dad in prison, like 2 months ago. And just the shock that you go through as a person, like, not only am I struggling because something this big has happened to me, but now me and my mom don't have a relationship. I'm not talking to her. So now she's hurting because she chose to keep alive for 33 years of her life and not share that. So I think before anybody lies, you really need to think about it, and you need to see how it affects people. You know, I hear a lot of people be like, well, I mean, at least you found out. It's not like that. It's so much deeper than finding out what has happened. Now I find out that somebody that raised me is not even my father, and I'm not getting any answers besides what they want to keep lying about. So the whole speech, to wrap it up, just make sure that you're honest. And if you have to tell a lie, you know, like harmless lies, like your husband calls you and says, did you make my dentist appointment? No. Get off the phone and make his dentist appointment, you know. But I mean, lies that are really going to hurt somebody, I think that it's something that you need to take into consideration and think about. Would you want to be in their shoes, or vice versa? Any questions?
Is there such thing as a little white lie, and do you believe in them?
There is such a thing. I believe in them. Do you?
No, I think a lie is a lie regardless. I think a little white lies are just a way that people justify lying about small things, and in turn it leads to bigger things.
And I think that's a really good point. Yeah, definitely. I agree with that. Well, thank you all so much.